Well, the U.S. men's soccer team battles Iran tomorrow in World Cup action, but a recent social media post from the U.S. men's Twitter account has sparked outrage from Iranian officials who are calling for the United States to be removed from the tournament. The U.S. men's Twitter account posted images of the Iranian flag without the emblem of the Islamic Republic, intending to show, quote, support for the women in Iran fighting for basic human rights. But last night, the altered image was removed and replaced with an official Iranian flag. And this is as more than 14,000 people, including children, have been arrested in connection with anti-regime protests in Iran. These were initially sparked by the death of a 22-year-old woman who was killed at the hands of Iranian morality police for not wearing her head covering correctly. Well, joining us now to break this all down is Amir Fkhrar, Senate Chairman of the National Iranian Congress. Amir, welcome to the show. All right, a lot to talk about here. I do want to start with these roughly 14,000 people who have been arrested in Iran, and government officials have been calling for the use of force to suppress these protests. Do you feel like these protests are intensifying, or are they starting to lose steam?
Thank you for having me, Lindsay. But regarding the number, regime says it's a lot more than 14,000. Our estimate, it says it's more than 100,000 people. Mostly, they are the teenagers. It's Generation Z. And they have been arrested. The students, the high school students, the middle school, and also the university students. And regime says today publicly they announced they killed more than 300 people. It shows us it's 10 times more than that. At least 3,000 people have been killed. It's the 75 days after the start of this revolution. We are calling it revolution. Everybody in Iran, they are calling it revolution. Yes, it started with the death of Mahsa Amini. That was excuse. The people, they needed an excuse to come out. 85 million Iranian inside the country and 10 million Iranian outside of the country. 95 million Iranians. They are all saying death to dictator right now. And the dictator, Iranian supreme leader, he has probably a couple of 100,000 people with him. And he is trying just to kill as much as possible, to arrest as much as possible, to make sure he can stay in power. But it's impossible for him.
Wow. You know, so this has also sparked outrage around the world, people seeing these protests and what has happened over there. So much so, as I mentioned before, that the U.S. soccer team posted on their Twitter account an Iranian flag, which drew outrage from Iranian officials, calling on FIFA to say you must penalize the U.S. soccer team because of this. They have since taken it down. But from a diplomatic standpoint here, Amir, how big of a deal was it for the U.S. team to actually do this, to post an altered flag?
Honestly, the Iranian people, they loved it. They cheered it and said, oh, my God, thank you, the U.S. team, for doing that. And I wish, and all Iranians, they wish the U.S., I want to call it football team. You want to call it soccer team, but it's football, really. I wish they could stay on their position and just get rid of that flag. It's not Iranian flag. It's the mullah's flag. None of Iranians, they like this flag. We don't want it because in 1979, it was a coup d'etat, Russian coup d'etat. And they called it Islamic Revolution. That was wrong. They brought this flag, which is not our flag. On the flag, it's not Farsi. It's not our language. It's Arabic. It says Allah. It's not even the Iranian God. Everything in this flag is not Iranian. Let me tell you, during last 75 days, in more than 400 cities, millions of people, the new generation, they are burning this flag. And even they are saying, this is not Iranian national team at the World Cup. They are saying it's Khamenei's team. And last week, when during the match between Iran and UK, when Iran have been beaten badly, 6-2 by UK, all Iranians, we have a lot of thousands of videos all around the country and all over the world, all Iranian, they have been cheering for the UK to beat the Khamenei's team. And you know, tomorrow, let me tell you, all Iranians, we are wishing the U.S. can win that game, because this can be it can destroy Khamenei, the supreme leader who is killing right now the kids in the street, to can stay in power. Let's hope U.S. can win that game tomorrow.
Okay, that's interesting. So let's talk about this, because we saw that the Iranian team actually didn't sing the national anthem at the open of the World Cup. Obviously, they did in future games. I'm sure they were reprimanded for this. But what is their stance right now? Do they want to win and try to bring pride to their country? Obviously, they don't seem to be proud of their country. Now, are they going to try to lose tomorrow night? What are we going to see from the Iranian team tomorrow night? Only have about a minute left.
The Iranian people, we are not looking at these team members, as I told you, as the national Iranian team. These are handpicked by IRGC. Most of them, they are member of IRGC. They are super loyal to Iranian Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, the official serial killer. And because of that, the Iranian people, they don't like them. They burned all the banners, all the posters with these teams' photo on it during last 2-3 months. And when we are saying they are part of IRGC, that last week they have been under attack badly on their social media by the Iranian people. They decided to not sing their so-called national anthem. And then after that, they realized Supreme Leader called them and said, no, they should follow the rule. And they said, okay, but the people, they don't care. Our national hero about football, Iranian football, is Ali Karimi, is Ali Dai, which all of them, all the national heroes, they said, we are sanctioning this World Cup and we are not supporting. And today, Ali Karimi, the most popular, Ali Karimi is like David Beckham in Iran, the most popular football player. Ali Karimi today said this regime must go. We are following that.
Wow. Well, Amir, everyone will be watching tomorrow night, a much anticipated game tomorrow night between Iran and Team USA. Thanks for your insight tonight. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right.